Yeah. Hi, Maria.
Hey, guys. Just the three of us so far?
Yeah.
So we have a surprise announcement.
Oh.
I love surprises, but they really make me nervous. They make me excited.
Well, welcome. How you guys doing?
Looks like Lisa got her hair cut. She's muted.
Hi. Nice. Looks pretty.
They just beautiful. You're still muted, my dear.
No, I don't think I am.
Oh, Lisa's clear now.
All right. So where is everybody? It's too hot out there.
I know. On.
Sure.
Pat, are things okay in Ohio?
Things are great in Ohio. Hot, humid, but good. We play tennis off and on, and golf some. So having a good time. But it is very hot here as well as every place else. So it's interesting.
I'm on a golf course, and the golfers are out there all the time.
Unbelievable. How do they do it?
I don't know. It's miserable.
Early in the morning's even hard out there.
Sometimes I've seen it in like mid-afternoon.
Wow.
Noon.
Someone told me that their tea times, the prices are different.
Oh, I did. Okay.
I don't know how true that is, but that might explain why there's someone out there at noon.
Well, it's cheaper after 12, cheaper after 2. They do have it later, and usually later is cheaper.
Yeah, where's everybody?
Oh, I found do you ever listen to Coast to Coast? I listen to that too much. It's on ridiculously late. It starts at 10, goes till 2. I can't do that. But they had an astrologer on there the other day. His name is Theodore White, and he's a mundane astrologer. And he was talking about COVID-19. And he was thinking that it's going to be around until 2023 because Saturn is transit Aquarius for the next 2 years. So mundane astrology means that he does like climate change. He predicted Fukushima, more worldly type of things, not the personal astrology so much. But that's the kind of thing that when you hear it, you just kind of file it away somewhere and go, oh, okay, we'll just check it out.
But do you notice a lot of these astrologers, psychics, channelers, they have said things, over the last couple decades that doesn't come true. So it's almost like, why bother listening if it's 50-50 whether it's going to happen? It's like, well, that's not good odds. So I still listen to a lot of that.
I know. I think the only one that I've seen that she hit it was Brown, Sylvia Brown.
Sylvia Brown, I remember. She's passed, I think.
Yeah, but in 2008, she wrote her prophecies down, and she said in 2020 there will be a worldwide pandemic. It will have pneumonia as part of it, and she was right on. That was amazing because usually they're not that right on. She was very specific, so that was cool. Occasionally, I guess.
Oops. Okay. Doorbell.
Hey, the pizza's here. Carrying for Pat.
I predict nothing. So anyway, I think Green Valley has had record temperatures, and I think we are in Ohio. I think average is way up. So it's interesting. We're sort of getting hit in 2020 with a whole bunch of stuff. So it's an interesting time. In one way, it actually has slowed us down, all of us, a lot. More time to relax, more time to take care of our immune systems. We're really fortunate we're retired on one hand. you know, to be able to take care of ourselves and spend some of that time more peacefully. So look at the good side. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know who John is. Can John say?
Oh, yeah, it's John.
Hmm.
John, there's something here for you.
Why does the screen keep going black?
Well, they're asking who John is. That might be you. Something on that computer that's not on my laptop.
Well, it's 6 after. I think whoever's going to show up is going to show up. Yeah. Does anybody else have anything to share before we start?
Deb, I saw online that some guy was saying that that he normally sees these orbs, and it's various aliens that are traveling in their Merkaba, and it's rotating, going around, and it's making like an orb around light as far as its travels. And I ran across another website, and they looked like your Merkabas, but it actually had like a feet for it to sit down onto the ground, not necessarily pointed at the bottom. It was a Mount Shasta group.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. It's really tall and
Yeah.
4 legs. Yeah, I've seen that. In fact, I've seen one about 10 days ago from another person in California that is creating that looks similar to the one in Shasta. There's a lot of sacred geometries out, you know, and each have their value and their great energy to share. So it's great. Well, with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and start. So I'm going to mute everybody. Okay, you can unmute yourself if you need to ask me something or go on the chat. Oh, here comes somebody else. Okay. All right. So I got mute all on that. All right. So what I'm going to talk about today is the Angelic Merkaba, and here's here's what it is. It's a divinely guided spiritual energetic tool, and I had Blu-ray beings of light communicate with me. It was starting in 2011, and they said that this sacred geometry was in ancient times long ago, and that's in the times when actually the planet and humanity was more evolved before it descended down into more darkness. And they said it's now time for this sacred geometry to be brought back to the planet to help humanity and Gaia for the ascension process that's going on now. And so the Blu-ray beings of light, they were like, looked like about a 1.5 to 2 foot ball of blue light that would appear in the Merkaba room and give me these teachings and how to work with it. And some of the characteristics that it is a new, different geometry. You've probably heard of other Merkabas and Merkaba meditations, but this Angelic Merkaba is to designate, that's why the word angelic is in front of the word Merkaba, because it is different in purpose and shape than traditional Merkabas. Because this one is based upon the 3 and 4-sided pyramid geometry, and it's also used with intent and pure love. So it does no harm, only good. And the really most powerful thing about it is it is intelligent energy, that it has the purpose for helping with the ascension process. And being intelligent energy, it means that we can telepathically communicate with it. And that's what's really unique. It's not just a pretty object. It is something that is got this intelligence to it. And with that, then it helps us to interface with this intelligent energy for whatever intent and purpose that we are wanting to utilize it for. And a lot of times it will do it by itself, basically. And since it's intelligence, it really sometimes does not need the practitioner input until later or when it's necessary. So some of the benefits is it's mostly to accelerate your higher spiritual consciousness and your ascension awakening. Because you've heard me always say, like, raise your vibration, raise your vibration. And this is one way to do it, a very powerful way, because it opens energetic sacred space. And the space is able to be opened so that it creates an energetic interface for higher dimensional beings, because the higher dimensional spiritual beings, if they try to come down to the third dimensional level, it's really hard for them because they're such a high vibrational level from fifth dimension upward. And so the more we can raise our vibration to come up to their level, they have an easier time of creating basically an energetic portal where we can communicate and feel their energies and work with them. And also it is able to clear and create sacred space, and for homes, land, people, pets, because again, it raises the vibrational level of things that it's in the vicinity of through the quantum physics law of entrainment, because it's holding a higher energetic vibration than beings that are lower vibration will raise in vibration up to its level. And it's like, for instance, when people will come into a place or a home, like I have all these Merkabas everywhere, they feel the energy. They can just walk in and go, whoa, what is this? And that's really neat, because it's the Merkabas that are creating this higher vibrational sacred space. And so because of that, I was led to create these different offshoots of how to use it. And one was Angelic Merkaba Dowsing. And I presented this at the National Dowsing Conference in New York a couple years ago, where it is actually a new dowsing process that the dowsers can use to be able to assist them in their work. And it's able to help clear the space and bring in higher vibration energies, because a lot of typical dowsing, when they do a clearing on a home or land, they will bring the energies that are normally like negative vibrations, they'll bring it up to neutral or a little bit above neutral. And I worked with a professional dowser when I really just got the idea to do it, is that the Merkaba was telepathically talking to me and saying, well, why don't you ask this professional dowser, after they cleared the space and the negativity and brought it to neutral, to allow the Merkaba to bring in higher vibration energies. And it was able to take it to a level that that professional dowser had never experienced before. And so that's why this is a new dowsing protocol that people are able to use and to take dowsing to a whole different level. And another thing is it's also able to enhance meditation. I've had people who say, when they meditate with it around them, it raises their vibration, plus it creates a sacred space that allows sort of a quicker ability to get into the altered state or the peaceful, calm state because the Merkaba is creating this sacred space. And with clients, it's able to increase the harmony of the body, mind, and spirit. Because I would say every client, when I test them beforehand, test their chakras and also ask them what their stress level is, you know, it can be like 6, 7, you know, a high. And then when it's done, just being around the Merkaba, that they are able to go into a like down to like 1 or 2. It just really substantially reduces their stress level, their body relaxes, their mind relaxes. And we know that, you know, it's scientifically proven that stress causes, could be a catalyst for disease. And so when we have something that is able to really reduce stress, then it is able to help create a more healthier environment. And so because of that, I also developed an energy therapy modality that complements existing therapies like Reiki, massage, craniosacral. And I called this originally Merkaba Light Table, where you use 7 Merkabas over a person laying on a massage table, and the 7 Merkabas spinning over each of their 7 chakras. But then also did Angelic Merkaba Energetics, where you can just use 1 Merkaba if you put it over the heart center, which is the balance point of the chakra system. So that was able to work with creating, again, an energetic field where the cells, the chakras, the energy field of the client was able to go into a deeper state of relaxation. And because of that, was able to accept the other modalities easier. It's like if I found that if you put like a person just playing meditation music and have them on a table with just spinning 1 or 7 Merkabas over them, that it started opening up their field to receive, say, massage, because a massage therapist said that the client, their knots started just releasing before she even touched them, because of them being in the energy field of the Angelic Merkabas. And also, again, it enhances the vibrational level of the space and is able to have a more therapeutic, positive reaction with the client. And because of that, that's why I call it the Angelic Merkaba Energetics, because it's directly working with the energy field, the biofield of a person. And it also is able to clear and balance the chakras and the light body energy field. It gives them basically an energetic tune-up. And how I check it, I will check their chakras with the pendulum before, and I would say 99% of the time, the chakras are either really low in vibration, or sometimes they're even going reversed, meaning they really need a tune-up. And then when it's done with the client being on the table, the Merkaba is able to also energetically and sort of telepathically tune into what the client would need. Because I've had some say that like the Merkaba will telepathically tell me where I need to go in a person's energy field, and the client will go, well, how'd you know that? And I say, well, the Angelic Merkaba shared that information with me because they're intelligent energy. So it's just amazing how it works, because it's creating a positive energetic resonance with the human energy field. And then I did a chakra alignment testing. I used a GDV. It's like curling photography, where it's able to, show the before and after of your chakras, and was able to sort of like a scientific study, and be able to show that within just a half an hour of the client being around the Angelic Merkaba, it was almost able to completely align the chakras, which I thought was just amazing, because a lot of people, they will hear a therapist saying, oh, it'll do this, and a lot of people are skeptical, especially the ones who are more into their intellectual brain. And so creating this study, I can put up the picture to say, hey, here is the documentation to show that it positively works on the energy field. And that's why it's been so helpful to do that. And to able to learn more about these on my website, wellness-energetics.com, under the heading of Merkaba programs, then you can go to Angelic Merkaba plus the other programs of the Merkaba Dowsing and the Merkaba Energetics. And you'll be able to hear videos, testimonies, and see pictures of them. And if people want to have their own Angelic Merkaba, then the store is able to have them. And this is something new I've been working on, is a YouTube channel. And it's, if you just search under YouTube, search in wellness-energetics or even just wellness space energetics. And it'll be first on what shows up, and there's a circle with me and a large Merkaba, and just click on that circle and you're able to go right to my channel, and you can see different videos and different playlists of the topics. And what is really helpful, if you go to the YouTube channel of Wellness Energetics, that if you subscribe, you'll see a bunch of new videos that I have put on and going to continue to do it. And if you click on that bell, you can receive the latest posts on that. So I'd like to ask for anybody that has had a Merkaba and experienced one, or been a therapist and worked with one, hint, hint, pat, to see what their feedback is on that. Oh, I better unmute everybody. Okay. Okay.
Well, I have Merkabas set up in my bedroom here in Dayton, and with my crystals and things. And I had different friends come in, like at one point, each of them at different times when they came into the room, they were like, I turned the Merkabas on, they went, whoa. Like they energetically could just feel the Merkaba energy come out very nicely. They were very intrigued by it, and it was really good. And I find it very helpful, very much.
Yeah.
At some point, I'd like to ask something after the people talk about. I have a question for you, Deb, on how to use something. Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else want to share some experience with the Merkaba? Well, I guess you're on, Pat.
Well, my question was, you were saying that you use the Merkabas for dowsing. Can you specifically say how that's done?
Yes, and on the website, I have a detailed step-by-step on how to do it.
Oh, okay.
Wellness-energetics, and under Merkaba programs, look under Angelic Merkaba Dowsing. But it's basically, I will go into a place, and I've got that little baby tripod, and I'll bring a Merkaba, and usually it's the one with the selenite wand, and I'll set it up, and I will just telepathically ask it to start clearing space, and just, use the intuition, and the Merkaba will also help to know where to place the tripod and start it spinning. Because when it's spinning, it creates higher vibration energy or scalar energy. So it's starting the work. And then a dowsing professional can just start then doing their normal routine of dowsing. A lot of times they'll go room to room. Maybe they'll sage or spray it with sacred water, or do, certain protocols that they would do. But this time they have the added benefit of the Merkaba. So when they finish going around the house, clearing the spaces, I go back to the Merkaba, and I test it beforehand on a house. I will take the pendulum and ask it what its energy rating is. And that sort of gives a vibrational level of consistency of its negative, positive, and then how positive. And so the pendulum of most places that need it will be negative energy rating. And when it's done, I come back, when I do my dowsing protocol, come back to the Merkaba and telepathically ask it, like, are you done? And it will tell me. And then I check it, and the pendulum will go to like neutral. It'll go from a negative energy rating to neutral. And then this is where the Merkaba really comes in, is I will ask the Merkaba to please really super raise the vibration, the energetic level of the house or even the home, the land. And then I will just like be telepathically in connection with it, and I would get a message from it when it's done. It could be a minute, could be 5 minutes, whatever. And then I check it with my pendulum, and a lot of times it is swinging almost horizontal because the vibration is raised so high. And on the website I also show where it's able to have a calibration of the different energy ratings. And the more you work with it, you can also feel the vibration raising to different levels. So that's really addition and a different, how'd you say, added benefit of using an Angelic Merkaba versus the old protocols, which didn't have it to raise it to a super high vibration. Does that answer your question on that?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, you know, how it does. So I'd like to go on to one more thing. Is I'm going to do a screen share of, let's see where we got it. Of course they didn't show the pictures like they're supposed to be. All right, where are we? Oh, this one. Okay, this is a picture of the 8-foot Merkaba, which I have, and I was doing a ceremony actually in Phoenix some years ago, and was doing it to help the area and to connect with Gaia for earth healing energy. And this one I also have, it's sort of packed away right now because it takes a special place and it's a lot of work to set one up. But it's very powerful. When I had it in Washington, it was able to raise the vibration so high that you could stand inside of it and you felt like you were just light and energy. You didn't feel like you had a human body. It was amazing. And it created such a high vibration that angels would appear, Archangel Michael, Jeshua appeared, many galactic beings, nature spirits, energies, because it was creating such a high vibration that it was allowing them to more easily come into the space. And in 2007, when I had it set up, there was 7 galactic beings that appeared, like a Pleiadian, a Sirian, Arcturian, etc. And they had me get inside of it, and we basically did a ceremony of reactivating Earth to the galactic grid. I repeat that, it's very important. It was reactivating Earth to the galactic grid. So the potential for this and being here on the planet now is to really bring in high energies to help in our ascension. And I'm going to the next one on, this is when I said I have a little tripod and I would hang the Merkaba in a house and then just have it as the start of doing the house clearing work. And this is also hanging an Angelic Merkaba out in nature because it's able to help raise the vibration of the space in nature of where you're at. And again, this is a battery operated spinner because it creates a higher vibration of energy. And another one. This is in a desert out of Mesa that I took the Merkaba out there, and it's a way of creating energetic portals. I was able to interface with the spirit of the land and ask the land if it would like to have a portal created. And I've been doing that for many years. So I utilized the Merkaba energy to take it to a much higher vibration and created different portals around this one site. Okay, where do we go from here? And this is showing the Angelic Merkaba Energetics, where you have one rotating Merkaba over a client. And I usually have it over the heart chakra because that's the center balance point of the chakra system. And the website explains about how to work with that also. Okay. Like I see, I'm still trying to figure out how to use this. Oh, okay, here we go. And this is, you can also use it for surrogate long distance energy work. I will set it up and then say the person that's wherever in the, in the world is, you set the intention that that is them being represented by this surrogate animal. And this one is a beautiful little husky, just gorgeous little bear or dog. And I have a green bear that I use for my surrogate work. And it's really able to tune into the person, because we know that there's essentially really no time and distance, and that your energy field and your telepathy and your healing energy can go any distance, and it's able to work over it. So this is an idea that is, you can work for long distance surrogate work. Okay, this is a study of that GDV device I told you about. Like this one here is before you see all their chakras are just way all over the place. And in 30 minutes being around an Angelic Merkaba, look how they went into alignment. That was just amazing. And there's another one where there was really out, and in 30 minutes they pretty much came in, except for the root chakra, so they had something going on with the grounding energy. But in half an hour, with all they had to do is just be in the presence of the Merkaba, do nothing. I did nothing. They were just in the presence of that Merkaba, showing how powerful it is through the law of quantum physics law of entrainment. And then to show you a couple different types, here is the medium-sized Angelic Merkaba with the selenite wand in the center, which Spirit said to put in, because then you can have a client and you don't have to worry about clearing the energy after each client, because that's a characteristic of selenite. It's able to clear the field automatically. And plus it's got the 9 intertwinings of gold and silver wire through here, representing many things. The DNA spiral of life, the balancing of the male and female into oneness. Spirit said a lot of things through just being in the field, you automatically get downloaded the information of what these 9 intertwinings mean. And another one is, and this is a blue agate. And this works on, if you're working with the chakra system, this is working with the throat chakra. So some people pick out an Angelic Merkaba depending on what chakras they choose to work on, or something that they have a chronic with, that they're able to allow their chakras to go into balance easier and quicker, because this Angelic Merkaba is carrying the blue throat vibration. And another one is lepidolite, and this is the purple. So this would be for your crown chakra, of being able to work on that higher vibration energy of connecting with source, because of the purple energy that it creates. Last one is, this is a beautiful one called Ocean Jasper. And it's really good for connecting with earth energies and nature spirits. And you notice that it looks like it's got blue in here, like for the water. See, there's blue there, and browns for the earth. So it's great for grounding, and I say bringing in earth energies. So it's a very beautiful and very nice energy. So that's basically the information on the Angelic Merkabas. Any questions about them? Yeah. Oh, unmute. Okay.
Okay. What I wanted to say was that I also like to use it by putting a crystal grid underneath the Merkaba and then activating the Merkaba, because that seems to activate the crystal grid and send out the energy even nicer.
Yeah, good point. And I've also had some cloth pieces. They're about a 1.5 feet square that I would set underneath the table where the client was, or just underneath them, that were other sacred geometry like flower of life. So you're basically sandwiching them between two different sacred geometries, and like you say, that the grid is really helpful.
Yeah, because one thing you can do is take that grid that you're talking about, the flower one, and then put the crystals in that pattern using that as the base, and then turn it up, turn on the Merkaba, so you could have it again. A wonderful acceleration of the energy.
Yeah, sandwich of energy. Okay, any other questions? Go ahead, Claudia.
Yeah. Regarding the energetic portal you talked about outside,
Yeah.
if you set one of those up, does that portal stay open?
If you decree that it will. I've talked to other people that they sometimes have said their belief is, oh, if you open a portal, you got to close it. And I go, well, why? If you want to create a higher vibration vortex of energy, then you want it to stay up. So I just program with my intent when I create one, that it stays open for the highest divine good. And that, some people say, oh, the negative energies are to come into it. It's like, no, I program it to be in a field of high vibration that is protected. So, it's a lot of just working with your belief system, your intent, of what is created.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Deb,
Yeah.
you also, when you work with departed souls that need to be taken back, you set up a portal in a tree, ask a tree if it wants to be a portal. And I think those trees, for example, have great intelligence as well. So if you do give it that request and to keep it open for, how you're discussing, I think that's a good example of how it can have a lot of beings around.
Right, because me and Pat, she wanted to learn more about it, so I took her out to a cemetery, and we got to play there. And when I go to the cemeteries, that I will ask the bushes, the trees, whatever's there, I will, telepathically say, who would like to be the carrier of this portal, and I call it a stairway to heaven, for the trapped spirits, the ghosts to go. And a tree will energetically present itself, like its little branch will start waving or something. I will notice it, and so I would know which one is volunteering, and then I activate an energetic portal, then call in the angels, and it's a protected portal for the trapped spirits to go through. And so again, it's just working with your intention, your belief system. A lot of it is practice to be able to feel, to recognize which tree or bush is presenting itself. It just takes a lot of practice to do that. But yeah, Claudia?
So if you've got you were with intention going to the cemetery, but let's say I go into a space and I feel like there's some energy there that needs to move on, and maybe it's at somebody's house or property. So then you could theoretically go and ask the nature spirits, the trees, the bushes, etc., who wants to help me on this process, and set one up there for that moment.
Well, in that case, because since we're inside, I usually just determine that I'm going to have a place in the ceiling that I create the portal.
Okay, cool.
And I just do it that way. Out in nature, I like to involve the nature spirits and the trees, the plants and all that. So, but in the house, I just dedicate it.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, if there's no other questions, I wanted to do a guided meditation to connect with the Angelic Merkaba.
Should I mention real quick, Deb? There. Oh, I wanted to say something. Did you mute it? No.
Not yet.
This is kind of, since we went to nature spirits for a minute, if any of you guys are interested, if you go down Hacienda Street, my street that I live on is Hacienda in Green Valley. There's a church at the end. So if you start at the church and then walk down Hacienda, on the right side, you will see, it kind of goes around a bend a little bit. There's a house that has a beautiful tree on the right. And there's a bunch of nature spirits that are in that tree. It's vibrant and beautiful. So if you ever want to have a chance to go down, it's maybe, let me see, I'm 7 houses, 7, 8, 9, maybe 9 or 10th house on the right. So 7, 8, 9. Well, kind of like you'll see a house right there, like it's part of the property. It's next to a wall, next to the garage on the right, but on the actually the property that has like a medicine wheel, and it has like these little suns on the different metal suns that are up on the house itself on the left. So if you're looking at the house, it's the trees to the right, just next to a garage on the right. But the medicine wheel and the little, so if you ever want to go there and kind of sit or just sit and feel it, it's like, really, isn't it, Deb? It's a great tree.
It's a phenomenal tree of just pure nature spirit. It's just, oh yeah, it's you know, and maybe later this fall or something when things get back to normal, that we can just do a little trip and a bunch of us just go out there. That would be wonderful to experience that tree. So we could put that on the list later. So great. Okay, this is going to be a short meditation to connect with the Merkabas. So just getting quiet, tuning in. And just allowing yourself to go to a deeper space. Allowing your breath to take you deeper inside. Perhaps going into your heart center and radiating outward your ball of light energy from the top of the head down to the feet. Just tuning in to your light body energy field. And now imagining what that angelic Merkaba shape looked like, showing the 3 and 4-sided pyramids, that special sacred geometry, and imagine it surrounding you. You're in your chair or laying down, that you're surrounded by your personal angelic Merkaba. And it's going to take you on a short journey to go up into outer space away from the electromagnetic field of the earth. Because when you get away from the electromagnetic field, you're able to access easier and higher vibrational energy. So allow your Merkaba now, gently keeping your body safe, but your light body is inside the angelic Merkaba, and it starts to raise up and starts to go through the ceiling, going up, up through the sky, past the blue cloud, the blue sky with the white fluffy clouds, up, up, starting to go into the outer atmosphere, and now into space, into the darkness, the quiet of outer space. And your Merkaba now will stop there, suspended in space. And with your intention, you just have it start spinning clockwise around you. Clockwise as if you're looking from the top down, going clockwise around you. As it spins faster and faster, it creates a higher vibrational field of energy till it becomes a blur of white energy. Faster and faster. And as it does this, it creates a new field of very high vibrations inside your angelic Merkaba, where you are in your light body now, to receive these powerful, high, divine spiritual energies of love and light as your angelic Merkaba is spinning around you, and receive these wonderful energies of light now. Perhaps there are colors that appear inside the spinning angelic Merkaba. And if so, allow your light body to receive the colors of higher vibrational light. And as you filled up with these high vibrational energies, raising your vibration and anchoring into your light body energy field down to the level of the photon. Your Merkaba is going to now start slowing down, rotating around you, and start going downward towards Mother Earth, down past the stars, the galaxies, the beauty of the universe, going down, down till you see Mother Earth, and gently coming in to the atmosphere of Earth, coming over the United States, and wherever you're at, and coming down now to over your home, where you're at, through the ceiling, and gently your angelic Merkaba comes down as your light body re-emerges with your physical body. And also you have made the energetic connection with this angelic Merkaba and can utilize it and call upon it in future meditations. And so now, thanking the Merkaba, coming back into full conscious now, either where you're sitting or laying, starting to feel your fingers, your toes, coming back Coming back. And now as you're back, just noticing how you feel, for you are holding a higher vibration. You can use this Merkaba in your meditations. Any questions, comments on that? I guess we're ready for this special announcement. Pat, would you like to start?
Well, we decided that it might be best for Deb and myself to kind of take a break from doing these metaphysical, Zoom meetings for a little while. A lot of things are happening in Deb's life, my life, that we need to focus on some other things for a while. So we're thinking about resuming the meetings in September, like maybe mid-September. Give us maybe 2 months, and I know that of those of you who might be interested in some meditation classes, for example, or meetings and stuff, they are, I can send out another notice about that are online as a substitute for sitting in a beautiful space with people. So for meditation, that's twice a week. So those are possibilities for you, but I think that's all I have to offer at this point. I might do some Zoom meetings for meditation myself. I'm kind of working on that. But other than that, Deb?
Yes, and I've been thinking about it because I know that these meetings are helpful for people. And so what I have been working on is sort of transitioning my information to a new YouTube channel. And so I would suggest that my website has a lot of information you can read, and I have some videos there, but the YouTube channel, I'm going to really focus bringing out a lot of this information so that it's easy accessible to you there and on your own time to be able to look at it. And so again, that's going on the YouTube, and you can search wellness and a space or dash energetics, and it will come up to use a circle where you see me standing by that big 8-foot Angelic Merkaba, and just click on that circle and it will take you to showing a list of the videos, and then the playlist. If you go onto the playlist, you'll see the different topics.
Take a message. Take a
You'll be able to
message.
see the different topics of, for instance, I got one on ascension and lightbody. I've got on Angelic Merkaba. There's about 6 different playlists that will have different information. And so I'm going to basically have a way where you can also receive guided meditations. And so I'm working on that. It's going to have its own playlist, and I'm learning this technology as we go. So getting there, that it's helpful, that will have a lot of information, and I plan on posting once a week. So you'll be able to, go and see that. But in order to do it, you really need to go onto the channel I'm at and subscribe. It's very important. Subscribe to it. And then if you click that little bell, it will give you notification of when I have a new post to the channel. So then you can keep updated on, what things I'm doing. So it's very important to subscribe, and please tell others about this, because in order to subscribe, then it helps me so that I can do more things and interface at a higher level of working with YouTube. And so I'm also going to work on, that the YouTube is going to have a lot of the basics, a lot of the information, sort of like we've been discussing in the metaphysical group. But I'm also going to start making some podcasts or webinars for the people who want to learn more advanced stuff, more in-depth working with the Merkabas, in-depth ascension techniques, direct techniques, documents that I'd send out, special videos. So you go into a much deeper level than we're able to get to on these, these Zooms we've been doing. So I feel this is a way of offering to the group something is actually more beneficial for right now, where people can learn at their own level and through, the things that are at whatever level you want to learn at. So I'm going to be sending out, along with the replay of this Zoom call, more detailed information of what I'll be offering and how to, work with the YouTube channel on that. And then when we get back, in the fall, when things going to be calmed down, then we can do back to live events where we can meet maybe at Friends Indeed and go from there. But in the meantime, you'll have access to my YouTube channel to get in-depth information, and Pat will be able to share about her meditation classes. So I think I can say we love you and want the best, and I think it'll help us. We need a break and a rest, and actually I'm going to use that time to be able to provide more positive content on many different levels, so it'll be beneficial for you too.
Blessings.
So. Anything else you want to say, Pat? Or
Sounds good to me.
yeah. So,
Have a great summer, the next couple months. Be safe, be healthy, be happy. All happiness is inside of us. So connect with that and we'll be great.
yes. So many blessings, love and light. Keep up your vibration. Namaste.
Thank you, guys.
Namaste.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Until later.